All right, welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. Not too much today. Just want to do a nice little market overview, market outlook, and give you guys a reminder. So, if you did see the opening screen, it says, "Do you know what date it is tomorrow?" I hope you know what that means because I'm about to show you very soon. So, let's go straight into the content. Have a look, and I want to welcome everybody. I know there's a few new people here. Welcome to the show. Like, share, subscribe. You'll find definite good value here. So obviously, you can see this chart here, which is for ecomi. Now this is from one of our Discord members who mentioned this. Again, you don't have to mention it privately, just drop it. I won't name it who it was, but look, just drop it publicly. We're happy to talk about things, and of course it would help everybody. I see Jeffrey here. Awesome, my brother, nice to see you. Also, I'm hearing all these pings, so what I need to do is probably, give me a second, so I'm going to quit Discord for now because it's going to start pinging in my ear. Right, so let's just talk about this. Good morning to you too, my brother. Good morning to you too. I mean, it's afternoon here. It's about 10 to 2 here, so it's not really the morning here. But then again, good morning to you. Doesn't matter. So with ecomi, he basically asked me a simple question. What do I think about it? Very good. Now, ecomi is a good project. All right, it's definitely a good project. It's been under the radar for a very long time. If anyone's bought it around this area, great. It's one that's been under my radar because I personally, give me a second, let me get rid of this. I personally have not bought any, and I am thinking, do you know what? I might as well load up some. It's very simple why. So I've seen it here right now. I'm seeing it bouncing around. I know the market's trending up. So I see only two reasons for me to buy. Reason number one is it's going to give me 122%. Reason number two is going to go to 233%. Very simple. Remember, I'm in it for the money. So if I spend $100 here, I know my balance will be worth $200 here. If I take my initial investment out, I know I'm still going to double the profit money as well. So that's all I'm saying. I'm just going to play it safe. Obviously, you do you, I do me. This is not a financial advice, but ultimately the structure's solid. And remember what I always say, when the market trends up, everything trends up. So if there's opportunities for you to make some nice significant gains, you might as well. We did that with Shiba. We did that with plenty of other projects out there. And ecomi is coming out, by the way. It is doing its thing. However, of course, it's going to suffer just like everything else when the market ends, because we are now coming to the peak. I see free energy here. Also, my brother, nice to see you. So that's what we got. So what all you have to understand is how the situation is, right? So market's trending up, everything trends up. You're going to make an opportunity. You're going to have an opportunity to make some gains. Take your gains. Simple. Take your initial out. Play the game with free money. So what do I think about it? It's a great project. It's a great project, and I think it's going to surprise everybody. This could easily be similar to what Phantom did. So, just kind of a comparison. Phantom, if you remember, I talked about this, how Phantom at one stage was sitting down on the floor here at pennies. And look where Phantom is now. So you can see Phantom, this is in December 2020, for example. Phantom sitting at 1 cent, currently sitting at $3. It's done like, I think, 3,000%, right? 3,000%. Yeah, about, no, it's not through my days. It's 28,000%, sorry, 28,000%. But let's just take it from the bottom. Actually, let's just take it from here. That's more realistic. July 2021, so only a couple of months ago. If we put it there, that gives us about 2,500%. You can see. So similar, ecomi has this thing, but don't bet your life on it. Don't put your farm on it. What's wrong with you? So always remember, be wise, be smart enough to say, I need to take my initial investment out. That's the key. Now, so yeah, I mean, other than that, I'm just going to leave it there. There's nothing else for me to say on this, right? Ecomi OMI. So remember, the ticker is OMI Ecomi. That's the one. So yeah, highly recommend it. If you want to deal with it, then it's up to you. Is this the one? No, that's the perp one. I don't want the future one. I just want this one. There you go, that's where I am. So yeah, I mean the structure looks good. As I said, structure looks good, and from where we are today, I can see this. So that's good enough for me. You know what I mean? Just using maths and saying, well, that's good enough for me. Also, when I did use the fibs, I can see the fibs are telling me short term and long term that the previous all-time high is the first target. So this is actually the first target zone. And then if we do reach that, we have a chance to hit a second target zone. That's about it, guys. I don't really see a third, fourth target, because remember, we only have a limited amount of time remaining in this market in the cycle, right? So we're coming to an end very soon, and I'll explain a little bit more so people understand this, right? By the way, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe, smash that like, get the word out there. This is a channel where we do no BS, only facts, and we keep it real here. We're not here to hype, oh guys, we're going to go to the moon. No, we're not going to the moon yet. They haven't made the space shuttles or the spaceships for us to go there yet, but we will. And we're going to do this in a calm, safe manner. And what we mean by safe is saving our initial investments, because if you can't hold on to your initial investments, what's the point you going into it? If you're going to make 1,000%, make $1 million, and at the end of the cycle you haven't got $1 million to show, you got a problem. So a classic example is a guy who invested, I believe, $285,000 into Dogecoin, and he made a couple of million out of it, and he didn't cash out. He became famous overnight. I mean, Dogecoin millionaire, everyone knows him. Slum Doge or something like this is his name. Anyway, look where he is now. He didn't cash out, so now he's acting all brave. Oh no, I'm going to hodl because I'm going to go to this. Good luck to you. The wisest thing would have been cash out, buy the bottom, pick up some more with your profit money. You've got money to enjoy both sides. You've got your crypto and you've got your profits. That's the wisest thing to do. So a lot of people have to start thinking like this, and I think it would help them a lot more as well. So enough about Omi. Omi is a good buy. That's all I can say. No financial advice. You do you, I do me. But the company itself, the project, whatever they're building, is awesome. The technology is great. But then again, we've got 13,000 crypto out there, and coin market cap broke down. My days. Okay, it's back here. So this economy, right, broke down. But look, other than that, market's doing very good. I wouldn't really complain. However, I am a bit concerned because tomorrow is the options expiry date for this month for Ethereum and Bitcoin. But we are going to look deeper into this to see, okay, what's the structure telling us? Can we expect a dump, or maybe we can still continue having a pump? What's the story? We'll have a look at this, right? We'll have a look at this. Just to let you all know, Doge has been battered, right? So you can see Shiba is now number 8 in the world with a $42 billion market cap, and there's no sign of it stopping. And it's also the only coin, and I think KR mentioned this on Discord, that has higher volume than the market cap. We've never seen this before. The volume is higher than the bloody market cap. That's just ridiculous. Basically, people have been trying to sell. They just can't sell fast enough. So I don't know what's going on. People are selling, and I think whales are just buying something, because people are just buying faster. Also, within a few days, we went from like 730,000 holders to like 900,000. That's like one of the biggest growth we've ever seen for wallet holders. Everybody and whoever they know are buying at least $100 worth, so it's getting crazy. What's the best website to start in? Riley, website for what? If you're looking for the market cap, then this is the coinmarketcap.com, which we use to see what the total market cap is. You can also use CoinGecko, which is this one here, CoinGecko, and I'll go refresh this for you. This is CoinGecko. Again, it's a market cap. Yeah, no worries, Riley. Listen, we're here. We're friends of all the new people. We don't. Everything I do on this, I know some people have complained that I do sometimes speak too advanced for them, but I do tone it down for the beginners and the learners. So here we're learning together, right? And I'm going to make this easy for you. So here's where you come to see which is your number 1 coin, your number 2 coin. You can use the CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, which is the one I like the most because I think it just looks a little bit more cleaner. Of course, sometimes if this bugs out, I do have my backup. That's what I do. And what you really need is an exchange, right? So when we're talking about exchange, right, let's just go to exchanges. You want to look at the top volume exchange, right? The reason you want to look at the volume exchange is because that means your asset will be traded and it's more liquid, means you can buy and sell pretty much instantly. That's what you're looking for. You don't want to be looking for something that has zero liquidity and has a bit of an issue where you can't buy or sell. So there's hundreds out there. I usually say, guys, stick to the top 10, not too many, top 10, right? And there are some centralized and decentralized. I mean, these are all centralized. So my recommendation, stick to Binance. If you're between a learner and slightly advanced, if you're complete beginner, Coinbase is very good for you. For a complete beginner, the other one is, where is it? Gemini, very easy for you. So there are a few that are very easy for complete beginners. So if you're slightly more advanced, then go for Binance. Even Coinbase has a Coinbase Pro. You can use that. Kraken, FTX. Again, remember, volume is king. You gotta go by volume. So doesn't matter how shit an exchange is, even Gate.io, for example, it's come there because it's got the volume, right? That means people are exchanging, trading money. So that's good enough for us to trust them. I mean, if you just look at this 24 hours, this is $55 billion, right? $55 billion. So this website itself does help us find all of this stuff, and as you progress you'll get used to it. And of course, my recommendation is, if you are going to be using an exchange, try to do it on a computer, because it's a lot more helpful, because you can see all the charts and everything, right? A lot of them, they have really good charting tools and everything. And also for charting, my highest recommendation, and this is what most of them use anyway, is TradingView. So I hope this kind of helps you. All right, Riley, I hope it helps you. Okay, now let's move back into our content, what we're doing. So where were we before we drifted off? We were on Ecomi, right? Ecomi's doing good, great, happy days. We're going to see what that does for us. We don't need to be too concerned about that. We were talking about the coin market cap, how Shiba has now taken position number 8 and $7 billion away from taking XRP down, right? But guys, what I want to say is, you know what, Shiba right now, there's two things I can see for Shiba. One, this pump has been an extreme parabolic pump, but doesn't mean it's going to crash and go down to the floor. Only thing that I can logically say is it is going to stop, because what's going to happen, people have made significant gains, they're going to take their money and they're going to put it into something else. That's the right thing to do. It's the wisest thing to do. So Shib still has great potential, and I think it's probably targeting, I mean, the arm is so strong, I think they're targeting XRP now, just for the sake of it, right? I don't think they're going to go after Solana or Cardano, but I think they're just targeting that area. And let's see what happens. But all of this is happening in anticipation of the Robinhood app launch, because Robinhood have hinted, they have posted, publicly sent emails to people saying, guys, we are working on it, we're just not ready. So I've got a feeling, and many other people are saying the same thing, and this is complete pure speculation, by the way, guys, this is not a fact, is that they are launching a brand new wallet. Robinhood is launching this crypto wallet where you can do buy and sell and move your crypto. I think that's where they're going to be launching this, and apparently they are going to have a burn mechanism to help Shib coins burn. So this sounds more like a partnership, not just any type of a launch, because why would Robinhood go ahead and pick a coin and say, we want to help burn Shib via the app for whatever people buy and sell? Because everyone knows Shib to go to 1 cent, right? Shib to go to 1 cent, it has to literally destroy quite a few trillion Shib, because there's a lot of this out in the market. And I just saw something which is crazy. Okay, this doesn't make any sense to me. 549. You know what? I think this is broken. This coin market cap is definitely broken, because we know Shib maximum supply for Shib is 394 trillion. What? How? Okay, now I'm confused. Now I'm confused. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, this is very interesting. Okay, so somehow the circulating supply is quite high, but what they're saying here, COVID India Relief Fund, we know that, but that should have been from the total supply. I see what's going on. Okay, I see what's going on, guys. So basically what's happened here right now is, you know, the total supply, you know, the 50% that basically was given to, what's his name, Vitalik Buterin. Obviously he gave that to the COVID relief. They got rid of whatever, and now a lot of that is still coming in. However, we do have 410 trillion, trillion, still in the burn wallet. So that's really awesome. Jeffrey Montoya just joined our membership. Awesome. Thank you very much, brother. He's become a member now. Thank you for supporting the channel. It does really, really help. But yeah, so we've got this, which is fine. Okay, we just need to burn more. So I think everybody now is working on how to burn and destroy more Shiba Inu coin fast as possible in order to keep this sustainable. So to see these zeros disappear, even get it to 1 cent. I mean, I mentioned this before, even when it was around the 394 trillion, we're seeing 549 now. I did mention, I said, guys, we need to burn at least 90% of the supply. So everyone that's looking for that 10 cents or that 1 cent, we need to burn a whole bunch of money very fast. So we know Satoshi Kasuma, who is the developer, he is trying to figure out how to burn double the amount. Now we know Robinhood also wants to help it burn for every transaction. So I think a lot of people are massive fans of this Shiba Inu coin because of the utility it brought, because of the potential that it has with its use cases. You know, I mean, remember, it's already been plugged into payment systems. You can have it on your WooCommerce webpage. You can accept Shib. So a lot of innovation is going into this, and the army is very powerful. They're literally out there actively doing its thing. I mean, if you look at Twitter, my God, Shib, Shib, Shib. Everyone's about Shib. Me too. Right? I've actually called myself the unofficial admiral of our crew, right? Our little group, because that's what I am. I've said to everybody else, guys, Shib. But there's a time. I'm keeping everyone to the ground. Most of our people, we've all taken our initial out. We're all good. Now we're just playing with profits. You know, now we can go to the moon, do whatever. It's not going to harm us. And the funny thing is, even now, if we have $100 and we have a few of these zeros off, still 1,000%. You know what I mean? 100 to 1,000%. If we do 2 zeros, it's like 100%. If we do 3 zeros, that's 1,000% from here. So we're going to hodl now and see what happens. It's not hurting us. We don't have any initial investments. However, I did mention that we do have a chance of hitting that 9. Now you can see yesterday, remember I did a few days ago, I put a video and I said that's my target. And I've been tracking on the 15-minute, and we did almost go there. I mean, 2-3 times we attempted it. We failed. We came down. And finally, we found support at this previous target I had. And I was laughing my head. I was like, no way. I drew this line and I left it. That was my first target. And now we actually found support around that region. I mean, just anywhere around it. That's just awesome. And now it's starting to create a brand new trend, had a perfect bounce, came back, invalidated this whole downward trend, coming back up again. And it's just going to make this attempt. And I've got this weird feeling that this Fibonacci 1618, the 0.00099, is going to be hit. I think it's going to be hit. Now, anybody who's planning to go in today, and I know some of the guys have been looking at it, looking at Shiba and everything. Guys, compared to what we've done, right, I mean, we've been, and I just want to show you this, guys, and I'm trying to be completely honest with you because it's very important you do understand that we're not playing Shib from today. We're not following the hype. we've been, so let me go into this. We've been in Shib since around this area here. Some of us even here. So our price range has been always between this zone here. We entered along this zone here. So for us, you can see the gains are significant, a massive amount of gains. And of course, it's life-changing money. A lot of people have made this. So when we hit that final target, that's 1,000% for us. I see Ray Thorogood here. Awesome, my brother. Nice to see you. So you can see for us, since we've been banging on about it since around here, we've done 1,000%. Right? Or we will do actually 1,000%. Currently we did 650% last I checked. Let me double check that. I believe we did 600. So up to here, well, currently it's about 700 and something percent. But that's what you got, right? So we are going to hit 1,000%. And we have cashed out. So what that means is we've taken out initial. Majority of the guys I know have taken their initials out around that 600% level. So you know, we've taken 50% off the table. We're safe. We got the initial plus some profits. Everyone's enjoying themselves. I'm not going to mention who, but someone's gone out and bought a Rolex with it. Put it this way. And he's got some Shib left. So he's done all right. Funny thing, we had a conversation and he was like, bro, I really want to buy this Rolex. I said, yeah. He said, yeah, I need this much money. I said, wow, okay, great. So just hold tight. And then yesterday, he sold his Shib at the targets. And he took it out and he bought himself a nice little Rolly. So happy days to him. I'm happy for him. And Rolex is not a bad investment if he wants one. Why not? Treat yourself. That's what I always say. Treat yourself. You made money. You're in it for the money. Make the money. Go and treat yourself. So that's what we're seeing. You can see this. So right now, if anybody does come in, my advice would be, right, and I've advised a few people. I said, look, there's tricks and tips and tricks out there. Even if you invest $100, for example, if you use Coinbase, and we do have the links below in the description. If you use Coinbase, you put $100 in, you're getting about $20 or $30 for free. You get $10 for free as well, so you get $40. You convert all of that to Shib, so you already got $40 worth of Shib. Number one, you invested $100, so that's $140. If you make 30%, you take that out and you reduce your initial investment down to nothing. And now you've got some free Shib just in case in the future it pops. Because everybody, the whole community is doing their best to make these zeros vanish, guys. Now, that's a powerful thing. This is the first time we've seen that people are actually signing petitions to put this onto exchanges. Number one. They're fighting the FUD and everything, keeping everything real out there. That's good. The very welcoming community, fine. And everyone is kind of putting some sort of a pressure on the developers unintentionally because they want it to go to 1 cent at least. And if you read the Wolf paper, which is the white paper, they mentioned that it will overpower and overtake Doge even before it ever gets to 1 cent. And history was made because they did overtake Doge even before they went to 1 cent. That means from here to 1 cent, we have approximately about another 1,000% from here. For us who bought in the bottom, that would be equivalent to about 10,000%. I hope that kind of makes sense. So it is very powerful, but all I'm going to say is tread with caution. You know, market is hot. We are coming to the end. A lot of coins are going to go parabolic. But, you know, all I'm saying is take your initial out and then leave the profits. Gamble with the profits. It doesn't matter. Let's see how far it goes. But so far, everything looking good. Now, this is on a 15-minute. Of course, you're looking at the RSI stochastic and you're seeing, dude, this is looking dead. No, actually, no. If you look at the hourly, it's a whole different story. On the hourly, what we're seeing is Shib is actually coming back for another leg up. So Shib is going to make another attempt. And we can see this is already showing up here. As long as this blue line stays above, it's absolutely fine. RSI, nothing too much to worry. I mean, we did have the bottom here. You can see this was the bottom, and this is where we reversed. And since then, we've been going up. So RSI looking a little bit funny, but I wouldn't really worry too much about it. As long as the stochastic RSI blue line is still above on the hourly, we could easily punch through all of this, go and hit that target, and probably even start setting some new goals, new targets. So let's wait for this and see what happens. But we do have a new target, as I said, 0.0040, so 5099. That's the target, almost one. In fact, on one setup for another person, I've actually set them up to sell at 1. So let's see, and then we'll do a buyback. Obviously, if it's still good, we'll do a buyback with the profits and continue and probably leave it there forever and see where it goes from there. So that would be really, really insane and awesome. Right, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe, hit that like, share with friends and family if you find value. And here you can ask me for any coins or anything like this, any projects, and I'll give you my honest opinion. No BS, just honest opinion, just what I see, you know, and everything I see will be on the chart. It's not just going to be my personal opinion. It's like, oh, this is what's going on. No, what you see on the chart, that's what you get. Right, let's move into the BTC. I'm so happy that BTC held this range here, because I was worried that if it falls below this range, it could be a little bit of a problem. But BTC managed to hold the support, still punch up again. Of course, we broke this micro trend line. Remember I mentioned it was a micro trend line, because this is our major trend line, and our major trend line is still intact. Micro trend line broken. What happened? Nothing, because now this all means that we can adjust this here. That's all it means, guys. All we had to do is just adjust our micro trend line. Now we're looking at the daily, look at the stochastic RSI and the RSI. I don't even have to tell you what the story is right now. So far, I think, you know, we're talking about the 29th, like the options expiry. Well, if we look at previous times, we can see whenever we dumped before, we usually see a pump after. So this is all super awesome, right? Because you can see whenever we pump before, we have a dump. Now this here, the pattern that we have, and you can see I'm just showing you here, the pattern is literally we dumped, so now we're gonna pump. So that means get ready for the next wave up. The next wave up should take us to the 71, 72. I mean, our target was 74. So let's see. But again, trend has not been broken. We are still super solid. Doesn't matter if BTC does 5k up, 5k down. We talked about this 8-9 months ago, that there will be a day when Bitcoin will do $10,000 up, $10,000 down. If it does $20,000 up, expect $10,000 down. Don't be afraid, because that's what it's going to do. It's going to go up twice and then come down once. Hope this kind of makes sense, right? As long as it doesn't break the trend, we're fine, and the trend is secure. No worries at all. This is on a daily higher time frame. Remember, the longer the time, the stronger the data. So I know some people were worried about the stochastic RSI here, guys. The weekly ones don't really move as much. You can see they last for weeks and weeks, sometimes even months, right? So don't worry too much about those. It's the RSI that we've got to be worried. Once we hit the RSI and stochastic at the same time, once the RSI goes up there, then we've got to be worried. Not quite yet. Talking about BTC, let's have a look and see where we are right now. What's happening with our target range? Super awesome. I ain't complaining. If you look carefully, we've kept 2 weeks. Even if we had a bit of a funny one here, right, almost went to this. Look, we're still above this median line. That is super bullish. Staying above the median line is super bullish. But remember, I told you that just by staying above this we're going to find resistance on these Fibonacci lines as well. And we've got to go back to this to challenge this, because that's where we got rejected back in May. Right, that was the April rejection that we had, and then since then we came down. So you can see we still have to get back to this Fibonacci line. And guys, that's an $88,000 BTC. Do I say more? All right, so you can see we are going to challenge this. We challenged the first line, we failed, no worries. The last time we challenged that, and we failed or passed or whatever you call it, was around the 46,000. Was it 46? Yeah, $46,000 level. And we've come back now, you know, we've gone all the, you know, we've spent many months there, and we've come back, and now when we challenged it, hold on, that's a $67,000, $68,000 line. Not bad, is it? So you can see how over time our lines and our targets are slightly higher than how it was previously. That's a good indication that we're coming there. And, you know, next month should be very powerful. Looking at all the structure, everything that we've seen so far in the market, next month should be insane. Let's look at fear and greed. I think greed has come back. No, wow. Okay, this is really awesome. So with even with Shib and everything, I think I was expecting high greed, but no. Wow, that says we have so much room to pump even further. So, wow, well, I'm more bullish now. Okay, this was from yesterday. Let's refresh, see how bullish we are. Some BTCs come back in, but that could be anything. 42,000 Ethereum left, could be anything. We still need to wait, observe, and see what happens. I'm going to check it later on. I'll keep a track on this. It could be just coming in for some of the exchange events and this and that happening, leverage or whatever. Talking about leverage. My God, we've got to talk about leverage. Let's do GBTC first. 15. Let's see what comes to. 16. Slightly bearish. That's fine. Let's look at liquidations. Refresh. Not much. 257 wrecked, not much, but you can see where most people are getting wrecked. Okay, Doge, people got wrecked. A lot of people tried to short Doge, got wrecked. People tried to long and short Shib. I stayed away, they got wrecked. And a few other bits and bobs here you can see wrecked, right? In fact, you can actually, this is quite funny, you can actually see which coin was wrecked in which exchange, so you can actually see where the majority of the wreckage happened. So Bybit is a BYBT is a good place to check, and you can see what's going on. Also, let's have a look at time frames and see last 12 hours. Yeah, that was the main one we had. After that, nothing else. So it's been 36 hours now, nothing major. Absolutely fine, absolutely fine. Let's have a look at the entire market. So this is the entire market since where we were. And this is what we love to see. Red, our favorite color is red, and we love to see USDT, BUSD, anything USD to be red. That's beautiful. Doge, I had a target a few days ago, and I mentioned this as well to everybody. I said Doge is going to go to 30, and Doge hit 30. So we just hit a target for Doge. I don't need to say much anymore. So that's that. Let's look at the top 200. Shib, FTM. I mean, FTM yesterday had a beautiful bounce. I know some people panicked, and I said to guys, I said, hold on, it's not going anywhere. And you can see it's come back. Matic almost coming back to its $2 range. Awesome. And we look at this on the chart anyway. So awesome. Ethereum holding this target zone that we didn't want to break below, because that's the neckline. We wanted to hold this area, and we held it pretty strong. It's a matter of coming back and testing. But even if we did break this, guys, it doesn't ruin anything until we come to this level, which is the 2,800. I don't think we're coming there right now, because the momentum and the trend is still up. Remember, trend is your friend until the end. Let's quickly go through some of the other market stuff. So we went as low as 2.4 trillion yesterday. We held the support on these zones, and I did draw this for you guys, remember? So we did hold support bang on the line. I can zoom in to show you exactly where we were supposed to. Here you go. We held support, and we did bounce back. I don't need this trend line, but we did break it, so it doesn't matter. But the greater trend line is still intact, so super solid. We are still going up. That's what this is telling us. BTC we talked about. Let's leave BTC. BNB went very low yesterday, but luckily, again, look, it held this support zone. Unfortunately, it failed this one, but it did hold this one, which is okay. So this is always a good thing to have, like, two supports and two resistance. In fact, here I always keep double supports just in case, right? So you can see how we're holding support here as well for DOT. Almost there. I mean, we got rejected a few times, but DOT, we don't have too crazy targets. I mean, we're just saying what it's around $80 based on the Fibonacci, $100 because I'm just super bullish on it. So Solana, where I'm just extreme bullish on this one. Obviously, why? You know why? I mean, it's showing 270. We are coming there. Trend line is secure. I'm not concerned about this at all. Okay, trend line is secure. 270 to 331 is the range, but I'm super bullish because we picked it up at $1. Some of the guys on this channel as well, as far as I know, have picked it up at $5-6. We'll probably bring them in one day on the show and talk about their success stories, right? Cardano's been the most disappointing coin this whole season. The most disappointing, but held support. So, you know what? We let it ride, along with us. It's probably the only one that hasn't done anything that great or as we expected. But still not a disappointment because we have picked it up at 10 cents, 15 cents, 3 cents, 6 cents. So, you know what? It's not a bad call. End of the day, we still made money. The early ones, we all made money. We talked about Shib. I'm not going to bother looking at Shib right now. Let it do its thing. That's what I'm going to say. Because look, Shib, end of the day, is still trying to climb up, right? We just got to give it a bit of a chance. So once it comes back and confirms, goes above this 8.2 level, so put your alerts on. That's when you should see a pump, and that's when you should be ready to have your trigger. And remember how I told you that when you buy something, have your sell orders on your limit orders set up, so you have your sells. And you can even do, you can do stop loss on limits as well. That's another way of doing it, conditional orders. So we'll see how that works. E-gold took a battering yesterday. See how it was so bad? Came back into the range, but it's okay. It's held the trend line, right? You can see this trend line here. It actually held the trend line. So all of this doesn't matter anymore. What matters is that we need to follow this trend line and start moving back up again. Sadly, we've formed a channel. Let's see what happens. As long as the market continues, we should be okay. If the market doesn't, this is not looking good. And remember what I said, guys, yesterday. I said a lot of the coins, they're great, but then somehow the momentum, the marketing, the hype dies out and everybody shifts over to something else. That's what the problem is, right? This is, I don't even have to talk about this. KCS, come on guys, KCS. Bubbles here. Also, bubble pops up at the perfect time, just after I talked about e-gold. So that's awesome, bubble, awesome. So this is KCS. There's no point talking about KCS. It's doing its thing, held support, broke the resistance, came back, found support exactly on this level. Now it's going to attempt again. So KCS is still looking awesome. I'm still targeting the 32, but I'm going to sell at 30. I'm still looking at that. Gala was a shame. Gala's like just similar to, what's it called? E-gold. Took a massive hit, got rejected exactly there. But funny thing is, remember I drew this target. This was the target line. Well, believe it or not, we actually almost went and hit that target. We almost hit that target. So once we break out of the zone, guys, we do have a powerful target here, which is pretty much double where it is right now. I haven't topped up any. I've got enough already. I haven't topped up anymore, but I think it's just getting ready to surprise us, because the thing is they talked about NFTs and all sorts of other stuff, right? Yet, in fact, they just launched their Halloween NFT. I'm looking at it, and all I'm seeing is it's kind of suffering from the market dumps, but it's still managing to hold this support range that I had set up, right? For some time now. It's just been sitting there, right? It's just kind of holding that support. Of course, does that mean this trend line is valid anymore? No. The trend line has been broken. So we have a situation where now we've got this downward channel, right? And this was from yesterday. It almost did it. Right? We have this downward channel right now, which we need to break out of. Question is when does it do? And we don't know. You see, we can't say, because when we're looking at all of this, and the best thing to do is be honest about it. Now we've created this area, this zone here, this channel here. If you look carefully, we created this channel here. Now it can break out any second. And being the bottom of the channel, this particular support line, the highest probabilities it does come here and does a power move right now. So we are expecting a power move, and I've got a feeling it's going to do it here, because this coming down for so long, I think it's just winding up. Big boys have taken the money out, whatever, but this is getting ready for something, and I've seen a lot of marketing happening, so I've got a good feeling this might just pump up, guys. Just might pump up. But yeah, other than that, market recovering very well. Matic, you can see we literally broke out of the target. You can see this, right? Once we break out the target level, what we have, we've already got that. We talked about 1 inch. 1 inch literally got rejected exactly where we put the target line. And it done exactly, I mean, it broke this target as well. So it broke the first target, it smashed through, it went to the second target, which is technically the previous all-time high, which is brilliant to see that it's actually done this. Arve's coming back, it got rejected heavily, not a problem, back into the zone, but this is still a tightening range. I wouldn't complain too much. We talked about Matic. Matic is doing its thing. Talked about Link again back into the channel, no worries, it's a tightening range, it should push up. Sushi, well, kind of still figuring out where its trend line should be, and I think it's just figured it out. So this would be the trend line for Sushi now. Yeah, this would be the trend line, still coming into the range, still following trend. Let's see, it needs to break out whatever it needs to do. Uni hitting the top line, definitely wants to break out trend, so let's see what that does. VeChain back in the channel again, tightening range, let's see what it does. This I don't need to look at. Guys, most of the coins are doing its thing. I mean, look at this stupid coin, came down here, it should have broken channel again. My god, we did this the other day, remember? So pretty much similar to what Gala's doing, I'll be honest with you, similar to what Gala's doing. And it came back, found support. I'm happy it found support, and it's a tightening range, which is also very good. We just need to see that move come, right? We just need to see that big move come along. Talked about AR. AR's was a good buy. Theta still in the range. Algo broke out. Now this is really cool. See, Algo broke out, got rejected like everybody else during the liquidation event, but held support on the upward trend line. That's cool. That's cool to see. I mean, of course, this is slightly too volatile, but that's cool to see. That means it's holding support, it's holding trend, and the potential is higher. And I'm targeting about $4 for an algo. So let's see what that does. Zilliqa still come back into the range now. Nothing too exciting. But yeah, other than that, guys, look, everything's doing pretty cool. If you have a coin you want me to talk about or have a go about, I know there's a reason why I said go about. No, I won't have a go, but just if there is something, all I'm going to say, guys, keep your feet grounded. Don't dream too high. Anything that looks too good to be true may not be true. Even like, for example, Shiba. When I entered Shiba back in the days, I specifically mentioned to everybody, I said, guys, this could be the biggest scam, but I just have a good feeling about this one. You know what I mean? But I'm only investing what I could afford to lose, what I could burn, right? If you can't afford to lose that money, you shouldn't be investing it. You should prioritize your living, your life, your family. Those should be your priorities. Okay, your savings and everything. Those should be your priorities. When you're playing crypto, you always got to make sure you only invest what you can actually lose. So, for example, you smoke. Maybe you think of it like, oh, I burn a packet of cigarette. Fine, invest that money and give up smoking. You drink coffee. Okay, I won't drink coffee outside and I won't pay $3 per coffee. I'd rather make it at home and buy myself a $3 packet or whatever, something like that. So you know what I mean? You don't go around burning money you don't have or money you need, because this is what it is. When you're in crypto, every now and then there are those one or two coins that will surprise you, make you thousands of %. But majority of the times, the very same coins people usually jump on during a hype. And this is why whenever something pumps, you want to be very careful. So for example, yesterday when people said to me, this is the truth. I mean, if somebody wants to hear the recording, because my phone records some conversations with some outsiders. So I had a conversation with someone and he wanted to buy Shib here, and I said, don't. So wait for it. See if it finds support. If it finds support, buy it on the support. And he did. So he didn't buy here. He bought it here, and now he's up here. And just by looking at the percentage of what he's done, let's get rid of this. The percentage from the bottom to the top to where we are right now, it's done all right. It's made 22%. It's not bad. You know, all in a few hours work, you've made 22%. That's not a bad deal. So if you stop looking for the bigger numbers, focus on the smaller numbers, you can literally do that every hour. I mean, sometimes we make 10-15% on an hour. Think about that, right? So it is pretty insane, but you know, all up. This is why I always say to people, I say, keep yourself grounded, guys. Remember, do not focus on the 1,000 thing. Always focus on your initial. Say, okay, I've put $100 in. Can I make 110 out of that? And you might think, but Sham, that's going to do 200%. Of course, but check this out. What if you could make 10% every day for 365 days? Are you better off with 200% or better off with 60%? Think about it. So your potentials are so high if you're not dreaming or chasing the money. If you're going to protect your initial investment, you're always going to make money. Hope this kind of helps, guys. Also, thank you to all the new subscribers, because I did hear something go off. I believe somebody subscribed right now. Also, we saw so Drew Polanco subscribed. Thank you very much. Jeffrey became a member today. Awesome. Thank you very much. I mean, guys, all the love and support you guys are giving me, really, really appreciate it. And this one thing I will always do is be honest with everybody. That's the whole thing. Obviously, I'm not going to expose what my balances are and this and that. But other than that, I'll always be honest with you. I'll give you the honest opinion, always trying to keep you grounded to the floor and say, guys, this is the fact. Let's not be over optimistic. Let's be real. Let's be logical, and let's use some reasoning to understand, are we doing what we're doing, and is it sustainable? So is Shib going to go to 10 cents today? No. Maybe in the future. Is it going to go to $1? Impossible today. Because if Shib goes to $1 today, that means the whole entire market cap is nothing. Shib will be $549 trillion on its own. Come on, doesn't make sense, right? And even if we do 10 cents, that means it's going to be $54 trillion on its own. No. If we take that back and we say, okay, it's going to be 1 cent, well, even then, I think we're like $5 trillion on its own. No. So just be realistic and say, okay, guys, let's not dream too much. Be real. It's real money. You're playing with your money, your funds, your investment. You need to protect that, whatever happens. That's what a smart investor does. Protects his initial investment more than anything else. Gambles anything else he makes. And whenever you make profit, go and treat yourself. Go and treat yourself. Trust me, you're going to feel better. Go and buy a lollipop if you have to. But trust me, you say, I bought it with my profit money. We have someone on the Discord group. And by the way, guys, join our Discord group. The link's in the description. Complete for free. And you can talk to me later. And I also sometimes share information that I can't really jump on a live stream for. And there are other members there as well who do share information with each other, I believe. So, you know, there is a guy there on our Discord group, for example. He's literally made, I don't know, 10, 15 times his money by selling some unused shoes. So think about that. He didn't want to lose the money. He had some old clothes or old shoes, right, sitting at home. Didn't use them. He sold them, and he just made 10 times the money in a few weeks. Do you know what I mean? So stay calm. Don't go and, you know, sell your house or anything. There is a time when I would turn around and say, guys, you know, now's the time you sell your house. That day's not today. That day is gone. That day was when we were here. That day was when we were here. Those were the times. Because remember, I use this specific Bitcoin log growth curves as my indicator. So I'm not using it for Bitcoin. I use it for the entire market as my indicator for the bull cycle. Jeffrey says, I was wondering which price can we buy Dogecoin now before the all-time high? Jeffrey, I personally wouldn't suggest you buy any Doge, my brother. I told you personally, when you were telling me that you want to sell at 24, 25, I said, no, hold until 30. That should be gains enough for you, and you should be okay. Because remember, until Doge officially comes out and tells us they are stopping the supply, or they're burning the supply, or they're putting a smart contract on it, or they're making a decentralized exchange on it, or they're doing whatever, it doesn't work. Doge has an infinite supply. Doge has 10,000 coins being printed every single day. 10,000 coins being printed every single day. So I would personally say just be very, very careful, right? Very careful how you pursue with Doge, and don't be too excited with Doge, because remember, Doge has only survived or even come to this page, this top 100 page, because of Elon Musk, because it was a joke, because he was having fun with people. I mean, this thing went all the way to 70, 80, I think it was $90 billion. And the supply just hasn't stopped. At least this one's trying to burn, actively trying to burn it, doing everything to burn as many. This one doesn't do anything. It just prints. You can't keep up with it. You just can't keep up with it. You think this pump is because of this? No, this pump is because of everything else. People make money, put money in other stuff. You might have some Doge people out there who are really hyper happy with it. They want to buy some more. That's about it. Once you jump in, they offload to you, they move off. It's the cycle. In any investment, one hand takes and one hand has to give. So I'm a taker. I'm not in the giving one. I'm not going to give my profits to somebody else. I'm here to take profits, because I'm here for the money. Like, share, subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. Support the channel. Let's see where that goes. But yeah, I wouldn't personally, anybody who's holding Doge, I would personally say just start taking your initials out. Sit back, relax, go and open yourself a BlockFi account or a Nexo account, right? And go and put your USDT there, lock it up, earn some interest on it, chill out, because it's not worth it. This thing is going to the ground very soon, until, as I said. Now, one thing I do say to people, guys, if you bought Doge, you made 100% on Doge, take your initial out. Maybe it will be a smart thing to leave some. So if you got like $1 million Dogecoin, sell 50% of it, take your initial out, keep 500,000 of them sitting around, just in case Elon Musk, Vitalik Buterin, and the whole Dogecoin Foundation that they formed turn around and say, guys, we're now dropping smart contracts, we're now doing proof of stake, we're now locking all of this infinite supply business, and we're going to start burning everything, just in case. Because you know what, that will truly propel Doge from where it is to maybe, $1, $2, $3, $10. You never know, it will be a real thing. So that's all I'm going to say, right? So just a little stash here and there, that's it. Like for me, I'm going to leave a couple of $100 worth. That's it. I'm not even interested in thousands or millions of coins. A couple of $100 worth on a side in a wallet. Forget about it. Probably put it on some staking or one of those reward things in an exchange for infinite, and let it bring me like one coin every other day or whatever, and forget about it, just in case. So there's no harm in having a backup plan. When we sell our Shib, we took our initial, plus we took a majority of our profits away with us. The remainder amount is just in case. Do you know what I mean? Just in case. I see KR, awesome, my brother. Nice to see you. I actually talked about you earlier on. We're going to talk about it even more. But, just in case, you can always hold some. Do you know what I mean? Just in case. But you should always understand that whenever there's a pump, we expect a dump. So after a big run up like this, 30, 40, 50, 60% per day, for God's sake, if you are thinking a dump is not coming, think again, right? Think again. I mean, we just recently experienced the total market cap, right, go all the way from 2.74 trillion to 2.4 trillion, or 3.8 actually. Wow, this was even lower. So it went to 2.39 trillion. We just experienced this. Can you imagine the dump, right? How many billions and billions, hundreds of billions went? We lost $358 billion. with a B, capital B. So you think this, if you think like the market's not going to stop and this is going to continuously pump, think again. We just did daily, on average we were doing a daily of 20, 30, 40% per day for the last 3 days. I mean, if you look here, in the last 7 days we did 178%. Guys, before this, remember the last time, 90 days, we did 11,000, 1,100%. So I hope it makes sense to you. You understand what 90 days we did 1000%. Last 7 days we did 200%. Great. We can go up further, by the way. I'm not saying no. But guys, please do understand, it won't last forever. It doesn't mean it's going to dump. It might just stop and something else takes over. So be prepared for that. That's all I'm saying. Be prepared for it. Okay. So other than that, guys, I mean, it's been a good one. I think this has been a great stream. Awesome to see everybody here. Thank you for all the new subscribers, all the likes, all the love you guys are giving me. It's really cool. And I think today's video has been a lot more calm compared to yesterday. Remember yesterday I kind of lost it, because I'm just trying to state the facts, right? Guys, this is the fact. This is the fact. Why can't you get it through your heads? This is the fact, right? So I did that yesterday. And you're going to find it to be quite a powerful video. So any of you guys who are new to the show, who haven't actually watched yesterday's stream, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend you watching it, because I state some just logical facts. It's like, you know, we were talking about zero layer and this and that. It's like, what zero layer? You know what I mean? Because the thing I'm always telling you guys, and I've said it from day one, and I'm still saying it right now as well, is, guys, we're in it for the money. We are in it for the money. Let's be honest with ourselves. We are in it for the money, right? We're not here for the technology. If we were here for the technology, we would be helping build the technology, not invest in the coin. You know what I mean? So we need to be honest about ourselves. There's no point joining an army and saying, oh, well, I'm part of this army, or saying, well, I'm part of that army. No point. We've got 13,000 coins to choose from. 13,000. Ray said you were knackered though. I was. I mean, I was knackered the day before, actually. So day before the stream I did on Monday or Tuesday, I was so tired. I didn't get enough sleep. I had like 2 hours sleep in the night. Couldn't sleep. I had a backache because I couldn't sleep. And I had uni in the morning, came back, done the stream, and I was kind of tired on that day. I didn't really want to drag the stream too long. Yesterday's one I did, where I'm like, guys, this is about hardcore facts. So it's titled Hardcore Facts or something like this. That's the one where I had a few coins brought up to me, and I mean, you know, I love the brother. Tamil Gamer was there, and he bought this one coin, and he's just on about it. He's just like, I was like, okay, bro, before you break the internet, let me talk about it. So I went there, and he's like, check the website. So I went on the website, and I checked it, and I'm like, so what? And he's like, zero layer. I'm like, zero layer of what? What are they promising? Because if you look at the layers of internet, we're probably on the 5th or 6th layer of the internet in the first place. So what zero layer? And this is how it all started. So it's like kind of one of those it's a hot thing. It's like, guys, I'm trying to beat the facts into you. Look at the facts. Be real. Stop hyping. Stop FOMOing into stuff. This is not the time to FOMO into new projects or anything like this. This is the time to start thinking about your exit strategy. Because this is the time when you're going to make it or you're going to wreck yourself. And I've seen a lot of people get wrecked during this specific time because they buy on a green. They don't understand the fundamentals. You don't buy on a green. You get highly excited and you buy when the market is in red. Right? So, for example, this is on a weekly. Let me take you on a daily. Let's take this away. Take this away. Take this away. You know, BTC comes back down here. That's when you buy. Ethereum pops down here or whatever, right? That's when you buy. When we hit those red zones, you buy. I've mentioned it on Discord, guys. Market doesn't look good. It's coming down. So now is an opportunity to top up some of the altcoins that you were looking at. Great opportunity. You know, all of them. You look at any coin here, they all gave you another opportunity to reload. That red candle was your opportunity. Was your opportunity. And if you took that opportunity, if you bought at that red, I'm not even going to the bottom, I'm saying just here, if you bought that red, well, up to here, right now, you would have been 6% up. I mean, think about it. You know, stock market traders, if they could make 3% in a month, they're geniuses. Here, you could have made 3% in a single day, in a single candle. Think about that. You know? So when should you be buying? When you see the discount. What is a discount? When it's red. Red should be your favorite color. Like, for example, today, I'll be looking at inch. Why? Well, inch seems to be red. It's simple. Inch says 6% down. Wow. That's my discount. Think about it. Because I know I'm going to make that. I mean, Chris is not here right now. Chris is probably here. I'm not sure, probably. But this, I want to show what I showed Chris yesterday. There was a coin I showed Chris yesterday. Where was it? It was 12% down. Luna. Yeah, that's it, Luna. Luna was 12% down. All right. And I said to him, I said, just pick up some Luna. It's 12.5% down. It's a good coin. And you're going to do all right. So I'm sitting there. He's sitting in the bit restaurant. And I'm like 12% down. We were 12% down. So literally we were down here, by the way, when I spoke to him sometime. Right, I think we were down here. If he bought it, so, you know, around here, I remember it was exactly around here. If he bought it, he could have potentially, and I told him this yesterday as well, I said, if you bought it with the 12% down, on the way up, you'll make 12% back. And look at that, he would have made 13%. All he had to do was literally put a buy, buy it at the bottom and do the sell at where the candle started. So actually this candle, he could even make more. Theoretically, he could actually make 15%. So on a 12% negative candle, he could make 15%. Think about that, guys. Think about that. Your red is the favorite color. Red should be your best color. On a chart, red is your best color. Green, no. Look at my chart. What do you see? Does anybody actually notice something on my chart? Apart from here, which I can't control the greens, I do not have green. Green is not my favorite color. Think about it. I've shown you charts before, and I've always come back to these charts. I would have purple, pink, whatever. I don't want green candles. Right? I can't have green candles because green candles, not the best. Red candles are for making money. Crazy thought, but it does work, right? You make money on a red candle, not on a green candle. You could be sitting on an hourly candle and making all that money. For example, here, oof, beautiful, beautiful. If you just look at that candle, I mean, imagine you could pick this up and up to here. Wow, look at that. That's another nice little 10%. This is on an hourly, for God's sake. So, yeah, there are opportunities out there, guys. Opportunities are everywhere. Depends on you how you play. But remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't do this for money or anything like this. I'm not here for that. I'm just here to keep you grounded and hope to make you understand that. Look, it's a volatile market. You're investing money, not for a joke. And if you did, you might as well just throw it away. And I'll tell you what, there's a wallet link on the bottom. I'll use it for just throw it in there. I'll probably put it to a good use or something. But don't. You're in it to make money. Be honest with yourself and make the money. Don't worry about the hypes. Don't worry about the pumps. Don't worry about the technology if you're not going to be building with it. You know what I mean? So, hope this kind of helps, guys. Other than that, listen, I'm not going to make this longer. I need to go and pee. Like, share, subscribe. And share with one other, guys. Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever. Share it wherever. And as I said, I'm always available on Discord. Not always as in like, I'm not stuck on there or something. But whenever I do see messages, tag me on the public messages. I will definitely talk to you. I would never DM you. And also, if you guys, some of you guys who are already on Discord, if you have something to say and you know it doesn't have to be private, please avoid it. So that saves me from looking at my private messages and trying to answer everybody. Guys, I'm only one guy. I wish I was in parallel dimensions. I'm not. I'm only one guy. So the main chat would be the main location for everybody to find benefit. Of course, if it's ultra private, then yeah. Okay, and never be afraid. Listen, I'm not afraid of looking stupid. right? I'm not afraid of looking like a genius or whatever. Doesn't. I'm not afraid. I'm me. What you see is what you get. What you hear here, you know, and on YouTube today, this is exactly how I am in real life. What you see is exactly what I am. Sometimes I switch my cameras on. That's exactly me. Don't change. You know what I mean? What you see is what you get. That's it. So, as I said, guys, Discord's available for everybody to come and join, and the community is growing actually quite rapidly, which is really, really cool. Not as active as I expected it. I think a lot of the guys are just too conservative or shy. And guys, come on. Come on. Unless we have little kids there. What's wrong with you people? Why are you so shy for? You know what I mean? Go out there, brave it. You're here. Be honest. Be humble. You know, and help each other. That's the most important thing. That's the whole thing about the community. We help each other. We share information. I mean, Tamil Gamer, he brings all these coins. He's not here today. I don't hate him. I actually love him for bringing those coins. He's active. He's hungry. But sometimes I gotta beat it into him. And I've never met him in person. But you gotta sometimes just tell him, dude, stop hyping. Stop getting too excited. Come down. Take 2 notches down. Take 2 steps back. And look at the coin for what it is. And be real with yourselves. Because remember, I don't care if a coin's a scam coin, if it's a shit coin, if it's anything. I don't care. If I see I can make money, I'm going to make money. But if you're going to come and tell me this coin is about to change the planet, it's going to be revolutionary, it's going to do this, it's going to do that, I'll be like, bollocks. Sorry, don't even give me that thing. I know what a bullshit when I hear a bullshit. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much how it's going to be, straight up. Doesn't mean I won't buy it or I won't invest in it. No, I will invest in it again if the maths make sense. If I see enough people invested, if I see enough diversification, enough volume, I see exchanges are dealing with it, that's good enough for me. I don't care if it's a scam. But if I'm going to see some private website with an email for me to access, so someone's collecting my data, calling this, whatever, and then they have nothing to show for it, I have a problem. I have a problem. So it's all about staying decentralized and making sure that we don't fall into traps and we're not being led like a bunch of sheep to a slaughterhouse. Don't expect anybody to be leaders, but we shouldn't be sheep either. On that note, guys, like, share, subscribe. I hope you had a good one. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope the stream was valuable. As I said, like, share, subscribe. And I hope to see you soon. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Adios, my amigos. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.